There you go. All right, welcome, welcome. My name is Stacy Harder, and I am your co-host with Dr. Heather Harder, my mother. And this is hello already. This is our Sundays spirituality meets politics. We do a little bit on live here, and then we will go into a private conversation. If you'd like to join us, please feel free. We are on Zoom, and this is every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And that being said, I always love the beginning, so hopefully you can stay with us and join in our beautiful, what I call the love meditation guidance. But I'm going to let Heather take over. So welcome, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you. For those who've joined us before, know that we have three distinct parts of our conversation. And the first is exceedingly important, not only for today's class or today's conversation, but for everything you do every day that you do it. And that's calling in protection, guidance, and truth. So many things are going on. So much is happening. And being able to just trust that you have divine protection is exceedingly important. It allows you to relax into the experience of life a bit easier. And then guidance ensures that you're going in your divinely perfect direction, like a GPS that says, turn here, turn there, watch for this. Your divine guidance system just does the same thing in your life. It gives you little knowings when you need to turn left or turn right or change directions. And so by calling on them, asking them, then what you've done is prevent any kind of possible experience that you don't need to experience. Life is full of bumps. It's how we grow. It's how our character builds. They're important. And so you'll never have a life that's perfectly at ease unless that is your lesson. But by having the protection and guidance, it allows you to have the best, most tranquil life that you were designed to live. And then the third thing is the truth. We are being fed so much misinformation from so many different directions. Some seem so credible, some not so much, but it's really important that you set your direction, your compass toward truth. Think of truth as being the true north of your spiritual compass. And so if you're always seeking truth, then truth is what's brought to you. The truth is what's exposed to you. And being able to have the courage to act on that truth is extremely important, especially during these times in this planet. This is why the light workers came. This is not a mistake. This is not something that we could have avoided. Well, we could have avoided if we'd all made the right directions, but that would have been highly unlikely. It is the time that we came to shine our light the brightest. And unfortunately, because of the diet of fear that we're being fed from so many different sources, because of the diet of judgment that's being given to us on a continuous basis, many of the light workers are not shining. They're hiding their light, they're judging, they're criticizing, they're complaining, they're doing all the things that actually add to the darkness. So it's really important that you do whatever you need to do to recognize this is God's playground. This is our opportunity to be our biggest and brightest self, even during the time of the darkest hour, as they say. So with our intention for truth, for protection, for guidance, we are doing the best we can do to live that life. And again, every day is a new day by design. So I invite you to ask for your protection, guidance, and truth every day that you wake up, every time you listen to a new speaker, every time you read a book, every time you have an authority telling you something important, or the media giving you all this factual information, or social media giving you their presentation of truth, then call on those so you can sift out what's important and what's not important. Remember, we were told in the Bible that there'll be a time of many false prophets, and even God's most elite will be deceived. Don't be one of them. just be able to recognize and move on truth. And the only recognition that you will get is your internal knowing. The closer you are to your own knowing, your own heart, the better you'll be at recognizing and neutralizing things that are not truth. With that, that's the first agenda item. Done. Yay. Second agenda item is our light work. You're here to play in the light. You're here to shine the light in all kinds of ways. And so each week we do a little light work, a little play in the light in order to help neutralize some of the evil that's going on. Evil is that which goes against the divine plan, that which goes against the divine law. It is not a judgment, it's a statement of fact. Many people, organizations, beings of different sorts are literally countering the divine process, and in that they are evil. But as we trust what the Bible has told us and what we can have if we ask for it, is that God has been able to take this actions of evil and turn them into actions of good. So do take the time just to see the divine plan transmuting every bit of the things that go against divine plan into fuel, into that which feeds the divine plan. So if you will, feel free now to join me in my light work, and always for the highest and best good of the planet and highest and best good of all the people on the planet, and certainly your highest and best good as well. Just see yourself going to center. I close my eyes just because it blocks out any kind of external stimulation. Eyes are not magic. You can do them open-eyed or closed-eyed, whichever is most comfortable. And we're just playing in our imagination. Imagination is incredibly important and powerful. We are told we are made in the image of God. Image is the base word of imagination. We are made in the imagination of God, and therefore we create in our imagination. And so just join me in this imaginary play of sharing the light. So if you will, just imagine going to center. The center is your place of divine connection. You are most connected to all of the forces in heaven, and you're most anchored to the earth experience. You are here as the ambassador of the divine and anchoring that energy to earth. We are literally anchoring heaven to earth. We do that when we are in center. Some people use that moment of centers when they meditate or reflect. You can use it anytime you set your intention. When you go to center, you'll feel a little bit calmer. It's like a lock that falls into the right place. You just feel it, or a car that automatically shifts. You'll just feel that as you move into center. So if you will go to center, and then I want you to imagine a beautiful pillar of light. This light is so beautiful, so profound, and just step in it and feel this light wash to you and through you. You are the light. This is plugging in to home. And the more you plug in, the brighter your light becomes. And light always neutralizes darkness. Light doesn't fight darkness, it just simply dissipates it. And that's what we do when we play in the light. And if you will, join me as we send love and light, and love, light, God all carry the same vibration. So whether you use the term love or light or God's blessing, doesn't matter. We're just going to send love and light into the earth, filling every component of the earth with our love and light, in, on, and around her. Every recess, every cave, every tunnel, every crevice, just see that being filled with this love and light. And ask the divine to keep this energy flowing to her and through her, and actually growing stronger and stronger, transmuting anything that does not serve this planet. And then we send love and light out into the atmosphere. The atmosphere is to this planet as our skin is to our body. It's a very important protective covering, and we're just going to fill it with love. Just see this wonderful billowing energy just surround the earth. Fill with our gratitude, our appreciation, our love. And then we're going to send this love and light into the weather patterns. The weather patterns are how the earth finds her balance. Just like our body has ways of stabilizing itself, so too does the earth. And that's our weather patterns, and we're just going to love them. And then see this love and light grow bigger and stronger, and we send it into the mass consciousness of the planet. Your collective thoughts, your collective wisdom, your collective actions become part of this mass consciousness. And we're just going to fill it with love and light. Now, there are people, beings of different kinds on this planet who wish to contaminate, who wish to alter, who wish to manipulate our atmosphere, our earth, our mass consciousness through all kinds of nefarious means, sometimes even unintentional means. We want to love those beings. Just see anyone and everyone who tries to manipulate this earth, this atmosphere, our weather, our consciousness. Just see it becoming part of this divine love. And then we ask the divine plan to take care of these souls who wish to manipulate for their own good, for their own agenda. Our job is to love them. They're accounted for in the divine plan, and they will experience the karma they deserve. We just have to love them without judgment, I might add. Not to judge them, just to love them. And then we're going to send love and light out to all those places on the planet where there is pollution, which is an indication of lower energy, to all the places where there is war and hatred, control and manipulation, all those places and beings who are sick, who are hurting, who are living in suffering, poverty, and hunger. We're just going to love them. And trust that the divine plan has taken this into account as well. And on this planet, we have many, many leaders, political leaders at every level. We have organizational leaders. We have business leaders. We have corporate leaders. We have all kinds of media influencers. Anyone and anything that has chosen a position or role that influences others, we want to just fill with love and light. And now we have UN leaders and regional leaders. We're just going to love them. We're going to love them and ask that they too move into their role in the divine plan. And we ask the divine for any information, any insights, any guidance that we need to play our part in this divine drama. We are here to be a part of it, not to be the observer of it. When we send love and light, we become an active participant. And of course, we have those who are in position to manipulate, to control. others through mind control, through greed, through various nefarious means. We just love them. We just love them. And ask that any and all influences that would affect us personally be neutralized and made apparent. Let truth prevail. Let those who are working on their personal agenda become transparent so that we see the actions for what they are. As we call on truth, it means that we are calling on the exposure of anything that is not supporting the divine plan. And that's okay. Our job is still just to look them. Those who are being blackmailed and threatened and controlled in different ways, just to love them. We ask that the border around the United States be filled with love, become a wall of pure divine love. See it 6, 10, 20 feet wide, 100 feet tall, so that anyone and everyone who crosses this border instantly is filled with love, is transformed with this love. It cannot be avoided. It cannot be buried under it. It goes deep into the heart of this country, and our love boundary is very real. So no matter how you cross into this country, legal or illegal, you have to trans through this wall of love. And then we're going to do the same for Washington, D.C. This is the people's capital. This was created as a neutral territory for the good of this country. We're going to put a huge dome of love over the Capitol. It's our right. It belongs to us. And we're going to create this dome of love. So anyone and everyone who crosses into this territory by any means will be transformed with this love. And then we're going to put another dome over the Capitol that goes as high as needed to be and as low as it needs to be, so the Capitol is totally encased in a bubble of love. And anyone moving into the Capitol must go through this incredible wall of love. And the same thing around the White House, a beautiful bubble of love. So anyone crossing into it or moving from it has to traverse this love bubble and feel this love and be reminded the role of love that this country played in this country's founding and evolution. And we ask all of our past presidents, all of our past leaders, all the people that have ever loved this country, who may be on the other side, to join us, to help us restore this country to its original place of integrity, its original state of love, its original state of honoring free will. And anyone and everyone who violates that original tenet of free will written into the Constitution is immediately recognized and filled with love. And all around the world, The same drama is playing out in capital after capital, city after city, and we just fill them all with love. And wherever your prominent decision making is for your country, please feel free to bubble it. And every time you reinforce it, you bring more of that love in. The UN talks about peace and even has the audacity to say we have peacekeeping forces. Guns can never cause peace. Peace has to be freely chosen. Peace is an option of many. The more you allow this love to permeate every cell of your being, every bit of your consciousness, the more you also bring in peace, the divine, healthy peace. So we ask the heavens that every time it rains, with every drop of water all around the planet, that it be filled with peace, that when we consume it or touched by it, we feel the tranquility of the love. We feel the joy of knowing that everything is in divine order. And we open our mind and consciousness to the realization that we are here to make a difference. And we ask our guidance system to keep reminding us of what we can do from this position of love to help transform this world into one that we're all proud of, that we're all happy to live in. And then we give permission to our heavenly helpers, our cosmic cousins, our angels, whoever that's out there that wants the best for this planet and its inhabitants, to continue this work of shedding love and light throughout the planet, sharing this love. And that any way they can use this love that we've created tonight for the betterment of this planet and its people, we give permission to do so. Share it freely to anyone and everyone who needs it or wants it. There are many, many, many beings that have dedicated their life to helping this planet. And we send our gratitude and our appreciation to them in every way, just as they send theirs back to us. And if you will, open your intentions, open your mind, your heart, the cells of your body to receive this love. Because universal law says whatever you send out, so must you receive. If you send out love, you get it back. If you send out judgment and hate and concern, you get that back. You send out fear, you get that back. We don't want those. We want just love. And love neutralizes all those lesser energies. We are here to be beacons of love, to send it out freely, joyfully, abundantly, and we do so with love. Take a deep breath. And just allow this energy to permeate every aspect of your existence. If you want to fill your house with it now, you can. If you want to fill your yard with it, you want to fill your neighborhood. As an inhabitant of this planet, you can do whatever you want with love, as long as it's unconditional. No strings, just given freely. And when you're ready, come back to the here and now, just bringing this lovely love energy back with you, taking a deep breath and anchoring this love to you and yours, and to our beloved planet, beloved government, to our beloved leaders. Okay. Now, we are going to see if there's any questions from online. And so if you have any comments or questions to write, please feel free to do so. And Stacy will share those. And then what we do is we go dark. We stop recording or broadcasting live because of our conversations. They're sometimes not things that we want to share in this day of extreme scrutiny. So if you want to hear the conversation, you're welcome to join us on our Zoom link. Stacy will share the Zoom link in whatever way she shares it, and you're welcome to join us. Zoom is one of those things that if you look up, you can call it for free anywhere in the world, or you can internet it free from anywhere in the world. Do you want to share the numbers, Stace?
So if you'd like to join us on Zoom, you can screenshot that. But it's 837-553-8434. And that is our Sunday calls. But it's because we have censorship. We can't talk freely.
Because we don't censor our conversations. We just use those icky words that get us banned. So we don't want it on any of those. And again, you're welcome to join us. We do have a conversation on Thursday that's just on spirituality, different aspects of our evolving world that we're living in. On Sunday, we bring in the political aspect and how our politics is also being impacted by our spiritual transformation of the planet.
And I think also how to bring in spirituality too, because I think our forefathers had that when Jefferson especially would talk about the God, and I think we had a lot more spiritual foundation in our forefathers than we do in current.
Well, there are lots of documents of Washington when he was fighting the revolution, being out in the battlefields and seeing angels and having angels guide him on what to do and how to do it. This was a very spiritually based country, and it was the first and only country that's ever been created to be in alignment with our universal laws. When we have law of free will, that's what our Constitution guarantees us, free will. And yet so much of that we've lost, and it's been mutated. And so now we're getting to come back to it and bring it back into existence.
Yes. Bless. So I don't see any questions, but if you are joining us, thank you for being a part of us, and thanks for doing the guided visualization with us.
Yeah, the light work is extremely important, and you can play that over and over again. It's on Stacy's channel, wherever these are, she can tell you, and then you can listen to that even daily. As you see, it just makes you feel good. It changes your vibration. It changes the vibration of the planet. And don't you just see all that huge wall around this country now, and who passes through it, legal or illegal, are transformed with it. That in itself is amazing.
Yes. It's always one of my favorite parts is the spread of love.
Cool.
Yep.
So anything else that anybody wants to say? Otherwise, we'll take it private.
Yeah, I don't see any questions. I just see some events.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Joining in. If you want to go, obviously this is my page if you're on Instagram. If you are on YouTube, it's Stacie Harder, STACIE. Last name is Harder. And that is my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe and like and share. And thanks for being a part of it. And we got this. You're not alone in the world. All right.
We got this. We got this.
Got this. We got it. Baby, do we got it? We got it. Remember our little cheer? Baby, do we got it? Okay.
Okay.
And